someone who might be able to persuade her? Like the love of her life?
Bakia, take off your shirt. Take off your shirt right now. Trust me. Trust. Hey, Bakia, you think you could ask her to come out of her room, I mean?
Ellipsis. Sure, whatever.
Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to.
Holy crap, you're easy. Ellipsis.
Bakia stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. Ding dong.
Goodness.
After a few moments,
Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Ah! Bakalua!
Byakuya.
Bakia.
It's Byakuya.
Ellipsis. I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. Ellipsis, I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
And with that,
Wait.
the door slammed shut.
So, she is a crazed murderer.
Even
Or
Byakuya
good
couldn't
actor.
pull it off.
There's nothing else that we can do. Let's get back to the investigation.
Hold on. Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure.
But
If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Well then, let's go. Let's go.
without waiting for a
I was gonna
reply,
say, you almost missed the
Byakuya sped
opportunity.
away. But Byakuya! And I hurried up to catch up. I tried to talk
It's
to
go.
him several times as we walked,
Bwomp, 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 bwomp.
but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination.
Careful, Nintendo is the Japanese Disney.
Finally,
wrong.
his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room.
Okay, they might be controlling, but I'm sure they're less evil.
The library?
Come on, Hexagon. In.
Okay.
I'm not researching all this shit again. No, not the wall.
Not the
There's no
wall.
point checking it out, idiot. We need to find the real clues.
We were
Look
using
how
the word
slow. Look at
stupido.
the difference here.
Idiot.
This is where I
Stupido.
was. This is where I was. That's him. Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
No, I came here to make you look stupid.
I wouldn't put it past you. If I remember, on the other side of this door, Byakuya stopped me. It's the Archaea. The
Archaea.
The archive. Archive.
I like that Pokemon.
Hurry up, go inside the archive.
It's actually it's an insect Pokemon, but it's a bee that lives in libraries and stores books.
Archive got me! Give me a moment! Oh, here?
All makes sense once you're inside of the archive. Ow, I just bumped my knee and it hurts.
Ow!
Whoa, there's so many books and files.
Because it's an archive. Of course there are books
So
and
much
files.
dust too.
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust.
Nerd.
Box.
Gosh, standing right in front of a clue.
There's one box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. Wonder what that it was.
Well, there wasn't an extension cord plugged into there. It proved very useful while I was in the library.
Okay, you gotta stop. An extension cord? Huh? Lamp.
Lamp.
Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Bakya using in the library before.
Good memory.
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there, and then over here. I moved things. 'Cause it's dark, so I thought I'd put it into good use.
Beer coin.
Beer coins? Ooh, yum.
This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random.
Aha! You have a sharp eye, indeed, to select that file.
A lucky student.
Huh?
That is a report of a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. Libraria. What did I say, Libraria? I want to be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now?
Yes.
There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it.
Okay, so unlucky student.
Ellipses? Without making a sound, I return the file slowly to the shelf.
Do we have to look way up in that corner too?
There's so many files stuffed onto the shelf. What's in all these things?
Those documents are dangerous.
Dangerous?
That's what I said, dangerios.
We're not Latin.
They
he
tell out the
is.
people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerios torute for coming there.
You mean, like, members of the Diet or something?
No, Illuminati, you fop.
No, I
Lizard
mean the ones
people.
with the real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows.
Ah, the
Lizard
lizard people
men.
of DC.
Yes.
And if you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there.
You're just kidding, right?
Yes, it's alphabetized. Alex Jones is first.
You and your fucking political humor, Thomas.
Am I?
I'll just let it go for now.
Check behind him.
Oh, that's just his shadow. Oh,
What's
wait.
up here?
Yeah, there is something behind
There
him.
is something behind him, yeah.
I can't
Just-
reach over
Oh,
this
there it is.
far. Jeez. Oh, it's just a camera. There's even a surveillance camera in here.
Poorly
Check behind
coded
him.
game.
There's a ton of thick files stuffed into the bookshelf.
If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with the graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. So be careful.
Huh? What do you mean?
All of those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. They are internal documents for police eyes only, not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak.
Oh.
So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to a classified government documents, police records, and things no ordinary person would ever see.
Are you okay, sir? You need
His
help.
accent is getting away from me. Isn't it a magnifico?
He's been Byakuya for too long.
This can't be real.
Incredibilis.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label as a lie.
You know, out of all the people I thought would be conspiracy theorist,
Not Bakya.
Well, it's not that. It's just, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but, I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together?
I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored.
It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal.
What's wrong? You still can't believe it?
What about you? How can you possibly believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple is the things that don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. Gosh, no wonder he hates Makoto.
You don't pull your punches, do you?
Besides, what you consider unusual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times. There is no doubt.
Reaction. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret, confidential stuff, right? So, why?
My family has a reading room, just like this at our home. Oh, it's bigger, of course, and not as dusty.
Huh?
Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic.
How is that possible?
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. Novelli is a member of that council. And I
He's
have
Illuminati!
within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will for the lizard people. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of the world backwards and forwards.
I think you and Hero need to have a long conversation.
So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and the materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim, without a doubt, that the materials gathered here are the real thing.
This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind.
He wasn't already?
And what those interest me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've shot more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the report. Man, this man loves the sound of his own fucking voice. God damn it. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case.
Toes, I have to say, you've had it light up to Leon's execution, and then after it up until this point. So yours are just gonna come in peaks and valleys, man. That's how yours apparently works.
Oh, I'm so tired. Oh.
I think Julia's only said 4 lines of dialogue. Meanwhile, you've read the presidential script of every president for the past 50 years.
Gosh, is this what it means to be Obama's lead writer?
As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases have been compiled here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are 2 notable characteristics in the Genocide Jack murder case. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, the bodies are suspended in a certain way.
Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended? It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro.
No.
Save your surprise. The best parties are yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out.
Huh?
In other words, no one on the news, no one online, and nobody ever knew about the that aspect of each crime. Except Amir, of course. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about the act of mounting the victim. Ew. If you recall Chihiro's corpse. Her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion.
So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's the key question.
I have a couple of theories already about who the killer is.
Same.
This game kind of reminds me weirdly of this Canadian cartoon I used to watch called Detention Air. And basically, the kid gets to detention for something he didn't do, and the whole thing is him sneaking out of detention, trying to figure it out each episode. And it starts out kind of chill. It's just stuff, oh, he gets a clue each episode. He gets a clue. He's trying to figure it out. By the end of it, there's like clones and lizard people and all this weird stuff. And it's just like, oh, well, that happened.
Oh my gosh.
But in effect, the answer is quite simply. The culprit is the copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
Yeah!
Also, I have the Samurai Jack song stuck in my head, but I'm hearing Genocide Jack.
Oh my gosh.
That right there is the evidence that the Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us.
Then, Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer, really is walking around among us? Does that explain the 16th chair?
Up, up, up. Up, up, up.
Things really are starting to get interesting, aren't they? Never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become a part of our leader army. Now, don't you think it would be great for you to take a little look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Then we really need to investigate on our own so we can find some real clues.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself.
Can I leave? Can I leave this room? He's locked the door behind me. I can't leave. There's no out. If you look in the bottom right, it normally says, press B to exit. No, it is not saying press B to exit. We gotta go down the rabbit hole even further. Bakia, about that Genocide Jack case file. Could you let me see it?
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay at this time.
Friendship earned.
Don't worry,
Feel free
he'll
to look
remember
at
us
it
in
here, but you
he'll
can't
remember us
take
during
it
the
with
New
you.
World Order.
You will be the one I spared.
Oh, look, intro scene.
Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected.
Ooh.
The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Soji Gaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. Komatsunana Taro.
Omatsuna.
Kamatsuna Taro. Takifumi Gono. Uchida Nahisa.
Now he saw. Yeah, you got
Nahisa.
it.
Okay.
Now.
Now he saw. Takeshi Masamune. Yuto Yumejima. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. It's the same font, too. Now take a look at the next... Oh, that's you.
It's really impressive.
Now take a look at the next bargain, and you'll find another interesting tidbit.
The next page?
I said the bargain.
Profiling results? all of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness had never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from a dissociative identity disorder.
Your point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality.
Split personality? Like the kind of thing you see on TV? So I'm a part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb.
Genocide Jack case file has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
You almost went Italian there. I know you did.